back to our Inkscape tutorials. I'm Alex, and today I'm going to show you how to start building a more complicated character in Inkscape. So Lindsay walked you through making a Goomba from start to finish, and we're going to do the same thing with a Mario, which is a little more complicated. So let's go straight to Scratch. So here I am in Scratch, and I've got my Mario character that I want to use as a reference. I always use a reference just because it makes it easier for me to figure out how to draw something. So what I'm going to do in these next few videos is I'm going to break Mario down into different steps. So today we're just going to work on the head from start to finish, and then in a few more videos we'll work on the legs and the arms, and then we'll work everything together. So let's get started with the head. So what I do is I always start with my basic shapes. You have to in Inkscape because they're always pointy anyways. So I'm going to start with my Bezier tool, and every time I click and let go it makes a node. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start blocking out my head of Mario. So I need to use some simple shapes here. So I'm going to use more like a square for his chin, and then I'm going to make a big nose, his forehead, there we go. And then I got to do all these little bits of hair. So the little bits of hair go up to the corner of his head, and then he's got this bit of hair that comes out here, and some more hair down here. And remember, it doesn't matter if you get the exact right shapes because you can always play around with them later. So I always get really rough shapes first, and then from there I refine them later on. So just bear with me here as I draw all of our shapes. And I'm going to zoom in. If I hold Control and scroll, I can zoom in to add my eye. Alright, so there's all my basic shapes, and you can actually pull them all apart just to see what they all look like before we start rounding. Okay, so you just need to break everything into basic shapes, and then from there you can start rounding and getting the exact shape that you want. So I'm going to start doing that, and you can just watch along as I do that to get all the right shapes that I need. And remember, to edit your nodes, you need to go into the node editor. And then you have the nodes that pop up and you can edit them from there. All right, now I'm on my eye, and Lindsay showed you a trick where you can use one circle and then just duplicate it a bunch of times to get the right kind of looking eye. So I'm gonna do that exact same thing because it's super easy to do and it helps me with my drawing. So I'm just gonna duplicate it, make it smaller. Remember, duplicate is Control D, and I'm gonna do it again. And then I'm going to do it one more time for that little white shiny piece. That's going to go about here. Perfect. So now I've got my Mario head. So I've got all my pieces blocked out. I started with my simple shapes, and then I got all the rounds that I wanted to. Alright guys, so you saw how I broke that down. Start with your basic shapes and work from there, and it will come a little easier every time you try and draw something. So keep following. I'll show you how to carry on with the rest of Mario, and then we'll work it together and start animating our Mario. Thanks everyone. Bye!